Hello, and welcome to Japanese Craft Beer Reviews. Today, I'm going to look at a beer, and actually, we'll do two videos today. I'm here with Al in Japan, and Al and I often do videos together. How you doing, Al?
Doing pretty well. Lovely, warm summer, almost autumn summery day here in December. So
That's right.
amazingly good weather for winter time.
Right. We have been having much colder weather recently. Yeah, so it's been like end of the year sort of coldness, and now it warmed up a little bit today.
Suddenly, yeah, it's just like beautiful. No coat, don't need a jacket or anything. Yeah.
Mhm. So, what are we going to do today, Al?
Well, one's a surprise. Well, I won't say anything about that. But this one, I guess, is the Yebisu Creative Series. And you'll have to remind me, it's there's the Japanese kanji on it there,
Okay, it's
and they have the reading underneath.
Kokareko.
Yes.
Kokareko is the name of this beer, and it is in the Sapporo Yebisu Creative Brew series, which they launched last year. And what has happened there is that for this series, the uh, the Yebisu head brewer has allowed some of the younger brewers to come up with ideas and
Mm.
taking them under consideration and put them out. And they have seven in the series so far. Although if you go on the website, it will say six. So there are seven beers so far in this series, and we've tried them all, and we're going to find out how this seventh one is. Very, very briefly, the seven beers in the series are the following. The first one, which they brought out last year, was called New Origin, and it's not around any longer. And it somehow they don't count it in their listing of the beers. But in order, the next one they brought out was called Orange, and it did have orange peel in it, orange. And the third one was called Hop Drip, and it sounds kind of unappealing to us, but what they intended was uh, dry hopping, late hopping and dry hopping for that one. The next one was Citrus Blanc, for which they used Sauvignon Blanc hops, and it was rather citrusy. And next one is called Juicy Ale.
Mhm.
And the sixth one, which Alan and and Mark reviewed not too long ago, is called Ibushi, and it was a Rauch beer with smoked malt. And number seven is this one. It is called Kokareko, which
O-
basically is
Kokareko.
translated as uh, burning incense. And
Hmm.
so it is a dark lager, and we'll see how it is here. Um, and it is 5% alcohol by volume. The rate beer, there was only one rating when I checked, and that was by somebody we both know, and he gave it a 3.3 out of 5. Untapped, as Untapped tends to be, is kind of scattered. They have two separate listings, duplicate listings for this beer, unfortunately, but that's the way things often are
Hmm.
on Untapped, unmoderated. 145 ratings gave it a 3.36 out of 5, and the other listing had 22 ratings and they gave it a little bit higher, 3.45. So both of those are pretty decent ratings for sure. This beer costs 285 yen in the stores, which would translate to $1.85 in US dollar terms, and in euros, it would be €1 76 cents. So we have some chocolate malt in this, apparently, and some citrusy hops, and we'll see how it is. So, now,
Hmm.
would you like to add anything before we get into it?
So, right. So this is categorized as a dark lager. Is that correct?
Dark lager, yeah, it's not a Tamavi or anything like that, Dunkel, but simply a dark lager, premium international on
Yeah.
paper as it's listed. So, yeah.
It'll be interesting to see what the dark, the charred, barley does. The
Mm,
dark Charlie,
absolutely.
barley.
So
Okay.
one of the features of Yebisu is it's a Dortmunder style. The basic Yebisu is a
Hmm.
Dortmunder style, a multi-German lager style. And with this series, they've tried to augment it in some certain ways. And
Hmm.
I found with many of them, I can detect the base Yebisu behind them.
Hmm.
So we'll see how that goes with this one. Okay, so 5% alcohol. Do not know the international bittering units. Shall we give it a start here, Alan?
Yep. Okay, try not to spill it on my computer again.
Yeah, be careful about that. Keyboard.
Now, well, it's certainly dark, all right. Nice brown, brownish black. Wow. Oh, cool.
It is translucent, but it is dark, very, very dark to the without a light behind it for sure. Kind of a sort of a bubbly, pocked, sort of off-white head.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay. I get some chocolate right off the bat.
Yeah, yeah, chocolate.
Maybe what else? Raisin?
Mm. Malt, yeast. Yeah, raisins, some kind of fruit in there.
Some sort of some kind of sweet dark fruit, possibly raisin.
Hmm. That's a good call.
Smells very fresh and kind of lightly appealing.
Yeah. Mm. Shall we?
Cheers.
Kanpai.
Can we click glasses here?
All right.
Kanpai, which is cheers in Japanese.
Well, not bad. Mm.
Okay. Chocolate is certainly repeated in the initial flavor.
Wow. Well,
Very light. Yeah. Alan, what do you think? What do you got going here?
it has enough malt and chocolate character there. It's convincingly German, I think, with that,
Mm-hmm.
like a
Absolutely.
German black, I don't know, black beer, possibly.
You getting any citrus out of this?
The finish has got something like a lighter fruit going on,
Yeah,
maybe a
yeah.
citrus,
Get
but
that.
if you didn't tell me, yeah, I guess you could call it a citrus. I'm not sure I would have figured that out if I wasn't,
Yeah.
asked.
No, I mean, I just took this off their website. And, they're telling you what you should expect. And
Yeah, kind of on the finish, you get this, a pretty decent hop jolt. Um, yeah, it's kind of lingering, and yeah, it is kind of like a higher,
mm,
yeah, I guess something like it's something lighter than
yeah,
it's not tropical fruit for sure.
no, 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 not at all. But it does have certainly the bitter finish is certainly there. Yeah. But
Hmm.
in the aroma, it's more like milk chocolate or cacao or something. It's kind
Yeah,
of light. It's not strong.
there's maybe like a little bit of maybe suggestion of like fig in the flavor.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Okay.
chocolate, a little bit of fig.
Fig. Would you consider fig a
Um,
red fruit? I mean, it's red inside. I know that.
well, I think of dried figs, so I kind of
Uh,
think of it as kind of a dark black
uh-huh,
fruit,
uh-huh.
in that way.
Mm,
Yeah, dried fig probably.
hmm.
Hmm, that's actually pretty good.
It is. It is. It has some, yeah, definitely. It has got that kind of light fruitiness, which is, again, like you said, it's not tropical or anything like that or stone fruity, but it's a light kind of dark fruit. Yeah, some kind of dark fruit.
Yeah, I guess the hops are bringing that some, I guess what they call citrus. It's bringing in something that kind of counters, um, the darker flavors in it, which is
Mm-mm,
it's
mm-mm.
interesting. and it's pretty, those hops they kind of come in about the middle and they stay throughout the end. I mean,
We
they're
do.
lingering quite a long time.
There are some tracks, definitely. Yeah.
Boy, I like this.
Yeah,
I'm
this is very nice.
surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our mutual friend gave it a 3.3.
Yeah.
I could probably give it a 3.4, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I think 3.4, maybe even 3.5. Maybe I'm being generous just because I don't get a lot of Japanese dark beers. Maybe I'm
Yeah,
just being
certainly. Yeah, the majors
uh,
don't tend to make just one kind of dark beer if they make that at all.
but as a dark lager, I mean, and I think of course ales, dark,
Sure.
as an American, I
Yeah,
mostly drink ale,
right.
but this seems convincing to me. I haven't maybe had enough dark lagers to really be a fine judge of it, but
Yeah, yeah.
just as a drinkable beverage,
Mhm.
I'll give it a 3.5. I'll put my neck
Okay,
out
there you
there
go.
and
There you go. I'll give it a 3.4. Yeah, 3.4 out of
okay.
5. Yeah,
Okay,
for
we're
sure.
bucking the trend here. We're radically revising that score upward.
Yeah, yeah. No, this is a pleasant beer, and
Good.
this is probably the first one where I didn't
Yeah.
really, in this the 7 beers in the series, where I didn't really detect the Yebisu, the base Yebisu, you know, behind it. And I'm guessing they
Yeah, it's
probably use a different
distinct. It
recipe,
is kind of
you know.
I wonder, yeah, that chocolate malt radically, maybe it's everything's
Mhm.
the same, but they just add chocolate malt, maybe. But I don't know.
Mhm.
Maybe the hops are probably different. So yeah,
Yeah,
as
yeah.
well. So
Unfortunately, the majors, unlike many craft beer breweries, the majors never really tell you exactly. They may say the malt was from uh, Germany, or the malt was from Canada,
yeah,
or something like that, but they don't tell you what it was. And then the hops, very rarely do
right.
they actually tell you.
Right.
So sometimes they
They
may
don't
say,
really tell you even on the websites. They don't even hide
yeah,
it somewhere on the
yeah,
website for you to find out. I think
yeah.
the secrecy, right?
So here it says
So,
domestic and foreign malt, so,
uh,
so that's all. So yeah.
okay.
Okay, well, an
All
interesting
right.
beer.
Nice. Well,
I think we can both recommend this one.
definitely.
Again, it's called Sapporo Yebisu Creative Brew Kokareko, and
Yeah.
5%. And it's a dark lager, international premium, for sure. Go to the konbini, or go to the liquor store and pick this one up. I think many places are carrying it now, and you could probably find it. But be warned, it probably won't be around for a long, long time. Most of these beers tend to
Right.
disappear. I saw Juicy Ale, no, Citrus Blanc on the shelf recently. So they've kept that one, but the others have kind of, and Ibushi, the smoked one, is still there. But the others have kind of
Yes, I've
disappeared.
seen that. Yeah. Yeah, this is a
Okay.
nice one. If you're used to porters and stouts and you haven't had black lager or dark lager, it is a lighter body, but the flavor is still there. So, if you're used to a porter or a stout, give it a chance, give it a couple of
Yeah.
sips.
Hmm.
It won't be as full body, but
Not
on
at
the other
all.
hand, that makes it kind of nice and refreshing as well.
That's
And
right.
again, good for food. So,
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you, Al. And
yeah,
thank you,
thank you.
everybody. Yeah, I hope you're staying well, staying healthy. A lot of unusual winter weather around the world, and of course, politically, a lot of strangeness happening all over the place. Hope you can, as a friend of mine says, stay above it. You know. All right. Take care,
Mhm.
everybody. We'll see you
Bye,
again next
all.
time. Bye bye.
Thanks. Thanks.